Hazelwood Cemetery in the Jewish section of the cemetery, and I came here to just kind of share my memories with someone, the only person I've ever known in my life who was murdered. And I don't know much about the Jewish faith, so if you could share with me what the rocks means, I would really appreciate it. This is Mark Cooper. Dr. Mark Cooper was one of my professors in college, and he was actually, when I got my master's degree, he was on my committee. So I knew him very well just as a student and a teacher relationship. I've always been really interested in ancient Egyptian history, and so I took his Egyptian course, and I always wanted to go to Egypt if I went to go with him, because he told stories about having to bribe the guards who had AK-47s. He talked about being at the foot of the Step Pyramid and getting close enough to take pictures of it and dropping $20 bills on the ground for the soldiers with the AK-47s. That kind of thing would terrify me. And of course, there's a difference from being in the Middle East as a woman. I would just be scared to do that. But, you know, I loved his classes. He was just the nicest person. He retired shortly before this, 2015, 2014. And there was another person in the department who was teaching per course. And I don't know how much you guys know about per course teaching, but it's not far away from slave labor. I mean, you make nothing for doing it, and it can be really tough to get a full-time job. And Cooper's job was open, and this person felt that Cooper had insulted his work. I guess he had criticized his work, and he felt was personally responsible for him not getting that permanent position. I guess it was changed to where he wasn't qualified for it anymore, and he believed that that was Cooper's doing. And so on August 17th, he barged, this person, his last name is Gutting, he barged into their house. I guess the door was unlocked, and he stabbed Mark Cooper to death. There's no question that he did it. I mean, he was caught with the knife and Cooper's blood all over him. He slashed Nancy while he was in there. Killed him in his living room. They were just watching TV. A few days before, he had shared something stupid on Facebook, you know, and then he was gone for someone else's feeling that they were a failure in their life, but their inability to take responsibility that that failure was because of them. They had to believe it was someone else. It still hasn't gone to trial yet. Hopefully this summer. I believe pre-trial hearing is sometime this month. They've tested the guy for insanity a few times. One time he was deemed unfit for trial. Then he was deemed fit, and then they evaluated him again. So, you know, it's just one of those things that just keeps going on and on and on. I hope to go to the trial, maybe part of it, and maybe I can blog some of what I see. I never thought I would know someone who got murdered. Never in my life did I ever think that would happen. You know, that's not something that happens in your own backyard, it feels like. But then you watch these true crime shows and see how much it happens all over. It's just I know I wasn't his family, but I can see how families want vengeance when something like this happens. Because I want this guy to pay for this. You know, I don't feel like I've been humongously successful in my life, but I'm not going to go kill someone and say they're the reason why. I mean, some of it's bad luck, some of it's... there's lots of things that go into whether you're successful or not. And it's rarely anything other than you. He was drunk, but I don't care. You don't kill someone drunk unless you would do it if you're sober. That's what I think. You know, if you would say something when you're drunk, you would say it if you were sober. Just you're less able to control that impulse to say it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. But I just think what is in your heart comes out when you're drunk. Godspeed, Mark Cooper.